It's Monday and it's back to the books. Literally, for a lot of students that may have been had time off or spring break, a lot of kids and parents and teachers are back online doing music lessons, school lessons, and whatnot. So it's around lunchtime. It's around noontime here in California. It's a rainy, cloudy day. Actually, I wish it would just keep raining a steady downpour because right now it's just cloudy and messy out. But let's get to the books. I want to test this audio out because I'm sitting back a little bit more because later today, if anyone's interested in photography, I'll be doing with my meetup group. If you go to meetup.com/tours for women, you can sign up. Also on some of my other Facebook pages, it gives you the link to join me tonight, and I'll share some tips and tricks for photography and packing for photographers. But back to the books, literally. So what do I got in my stack today? And again, this is in conjunction with Project Books, so I appreciate going to Project Books Inc. Page, giving them a like. Also, direct message me if you're interested in specific genres or want to learn more about maybe a particular author or see if the book is still available. As I've said, I'm shipping these out, pay for media mail shipping, and you can have these books. So the first one is called In the Meantime. I'll hold that up so you can hopefully see that. The author is Robin Lippincott. And I'll just start with the first paragraph because when I was opened it quickly and was trying to see what the book was about, I thought, oh my gosh, the first few sentences a lot of us can probably relate to. So the first chapter starts before, and the first sentence is, an old man with a mask covering his nose and mouth so that only his eyes are visible. She thinks they were green, or was in the mask that was green? That is the thing, or one of the things about memory. It is faulty and unreliable. It can't be trusted. The masked man takes her out of her mother's arms and walks away with her, carrying her, his own hairy arms extended into a bright white light. She's kicking and screaming, crying hysterical. Her body and face become clenched as a red fist in protest. Now her mother is crying too, though less hysterically, but the strange man with the bushy eyebrows and the mask is smiling. She is so young that she cannot yet walk or speak, and of course her fear, if she could only formulate that into thought, never mind words, is that she will never see her mother again, ever. And though her mother is thinking the very same thing, but for a different reason, she, her daughter, does not and cannot know it because the strange masked man is taking her away, and her mother is just standing there, allowing him to do so. Separation, the congenital defect of her infant heart, had required emergency surgery. She was less than a year old at that time, and her chances, because of her age and size, were 50-50. The year was 1926. But if this is her first memory, and she can't even remember whether it was the surgeon's masks or his eyes that were green, can she be believed about the rest of it? Did all of this actually happen? That's just the first page. So that leads you right into whatever the rest of this story is about. It says on the back, briefly, it follows their dreams to New York City, where they discover that not even Manhattan is free of racism and prejudice. So this one's called In the Meantime, and it looks like not too thick of a read. So it's paperback, ready to ship out. So book number 2 is Zolar's Encyclopedia and Dictionary of Dreams. So maybe it was good to place that right with that. Not sure. Sometimes I kind of sort the books by theme. This one's in the New Age and Occult section. So basically it's an encyclopedia. You can look up any dream that you might have had. For instance, I just flipped it open. If you dream of friends being happy, it's about something pleasant. Friends being troubled, sickness is near at hand. A friend being naked, you're going to have a big fight. So basically any topic. So it's very interesting for someone that might want to analyze their dream. And this is paperback, ready to ship out. Book number 3 today is Asylum. Loving these titles, huh? Maybe if you're any of you are writers, it might give you some, using one of these titles, something to think on or create your own book. This one, just from the photograph, and it says right on the front, a survivor's flight from Nazi-occupied Vienna through wartime France. So that basically sums up the book. It is translated by the author's grandson. So this is a true story of a survivor's flight, and it was copyright 2016. It does have a map in the front, and it's probably a very interesting read. So this one's hardback in excellent condition and ready to go out. The next book is Good Credit is Sexy. Again, kind of a timely topic again in light of what's been happening. I keep seeing more people are being furloughed, or friends of friends are saying, oh my gosh, I just found out I lost my job, I was let go. So this one is How to Make Your Credit as Attractive as Possible, and it is from the creditinfocenter.com website, Christy Wells. So Christy must be the author. Let's see if there's any. It has sections about mortgage, loans, mortgage costs, credit report, how to build your credit if you don't have any, credit cards. And yes, Christy Welsh is the author, and it is from the creditinfocenter.com. Pretty straightforward on that, but may have some timely information for someone. This one's a hardback book called Noel. And I may have showcased some of these books before, but this one's by Alan Aldridge. And Fungal is a Knoll, an intelligent mole-like living in the wilds of the Smoky Mountains. Fearing the ominous signs of human encroachment, razed trees, bulldozed land, blasted mountains, and giving special urgency by a mission to stop a powerful demon from getting hold of a device that can destroy the earth, Fungal embarks on a daunting quest. Find the device before the demon or the humans can get a hold of it and turn the world into a wasteland. Fungal's adventures eventually lead him to the concrete heart of Manhattan, where he becomes a media phenomenon. Likeable, magical, witty, and wise, he captures the affections of the world until the Department of Parapsychic Research, a secret slush-funded government unit, sequesters Fungal in its guarded facility and begins conducting its experiment. So, wow. And it also states the ecology movement has never had a mascot until now. So, very interesting read. Some beautiful illustrations on the back cover. There's a few drawings inside. Oh, actually, there's some illustrations and drawings inside right here. So if anyone's interested in this book, it is available. Next up, I have, we're going from gnolls to monkeys. Jack Hanna. So Jack Hanna, Monkeys on the Interstate. So Jack Hanna braved tigers, white rhinos, a plane ride with a jaguar, mountain gorillas, and David Letterman to become America's favorite zookeeper. And now, in his long-awaited book, he tells the wild, wise, and moving story of a life literally surrounded by animals. No one loves animals the way Jack Hanna does. So it's all about his adventures, and this is his autobiography. And says he's been director of the Columbus Zoo since 1978. He's been a regular guest on Good Morning America and Late Night with David Letterman, and has traveled in the past years to India, Europe, Africa, South America, the Galapagos Islands, and China. And he currently, at the writing of this book, he lived in Ohio. And there are animal photos. There's some photos with him and some elephants. So if you love animals, you may enjoy this book about Jack Hanna's adventures with animals. And it's a true story, an autobiography, which is kind of, I always like to read real true stories. And lastly today, another thick hardcover book. As you can see, this one is really thick. It is called The Big Nowhere. And the press is Mysterious Press, so it says a crime novel right on the front. So if anyone's interested, and it also says the Red Scare 1950 and shows the Hollywood sign. So there's some elements right there. From inside the book, Los Angeles, 1950, Red Cross crunch, the commie scare, and a string of brutal mutilation killings. Movie land left us on a collision course with a grand jury investigating team. A young homicide detective obsessed with capturing a murderer of unparalleled viciousness. So here's the book, and it's available now. And that's all I've got. So thank you very much, and have a great rest of your Monday.